Sarah, tell me, it's been now 12 days. What has this experience been like for you?
It's been agonizing and exhausting, and we go through these phases of first everything is lost and you're just waiting to begin the grieving cycle. And then the light bulbs start to go off that this isn't an ordinary situation, and so we had to kind of set in for a little longer process. And so then it was a matter of rallying forces and friends and family all gathering together, and that made it easier, and life has kind of returned back to normal until this afternoon. And I'm cautiously pessimistic about this. I don't want it to be parts of the plane, because I've been holding out that the passengers are still alive. I believe that Philip is still alive, and if that is parts of the plane, then that kind of dashes that hope.
You've had that bag packed, ready to go in case you get word that, miracle at this point, he's alive.
Absolutely, and it'll stay that way until we have some other evidence that tells us otherwise.
What are your days like as the news comes that there might be something here or there and then it's not? What is that like for you?
Well, I'm trying to take most of it with a grain of salt. I mean, so far every single lead has proven to be untrue. And I continue to believe that all of that mystery has to be on purpose. I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist in general. I'm a pretty logical person. But some of the leads almost seem to have been planted, to distract people from maybe something else that's going on. And if the items in the ocean are indeed wreckage, then we have a completely different problem in our hands, right? It doesn't mean for sure that all of the passengers are lost, because you don't know where that wreckage could have come from, but it would definitely make it harder to keep that trust that they're still alive going.
So when you heard today that some objects may be part of the plane, what was your reaction?
I hope it's not.
And you'll keep hoping that?
I will. Well, Philip is my partner, and he's my soulmate, and he's the man that I planned on growing old with. And I can't help but think he would be very disappointed at how famous he's become, because we live a very simple life. We're both very private people, and when we travel backpacker style. I mean, we really just like to live very simply. Well, my heart is in my throat. It has pretty well stayed there the whole day today. But the reality is, I'm prepared, right? I'm prepared to find him, and I'm prepared to find that he's not with us anymore, and I'm a little less prepared to not know. I think the risk of not knowing is what frightens me the most.
You say you're hoping for the best, bracing for the worst, but it's the not knowing that you want to end.
Well, ambiguity is a painful thing to go through, and at least if you can start a grieving cycle, you can begin. That grieving cycle may last a very, very long time, but you can at least begin it. But when you don't know, the wound just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's not only can it not start to heal, but it actually gets worse. And I've done some reading in the last couple of days about the psychological impact of people who have been abducted, or parents of kidnapped children or whatever. And it's really a horrible process to go through.